Zoom lenses versus prime lenses. Which one to choose? Stay with me and let's talk a little bit about this. Hello YouTubers, my name is Attila Mathe from Blue Sky Photography, and today I'd like to talk to you about a topic which is pretty hot topic, I would say, in between photographers. Many photographers will swear on anything, that they prefer the zoom lenses over the primes, and many photographers will swear on everything that they prefer the primes over the zooms. Now, we have to understand here something. Zoom lenses has their own advantages and prime lenses has their own advantages. If you want to decide which one to buy, you have to understand which is the advantage of the zoom lens and which is the advantage of the prime lens. Now I have a friend, and he is in a dilemma, which one to buy and which one to get, and I did try to give him some advice, and on which direction, which lens would you use, and what is the advantage, what is the disadvantage, and I hope that he will make the right decision. But that's why I got the idea to make a video about this and to explain in this video what is the advantage of the zoom lens and what is the advantage of the prime lens. I would say I am the photographer which one uses both zooms and primes. So I don't prefer zooms over primes. I know that I can use in this situation a prime, or I know that in this situation it's better if I use a zoom. So let's talk a little bit about the advantages and disadvantages. So first of all, it is very difficult to design a zoom lens to be as sharp and as fast as a prime lens. As we all know, the zoom lenses are not pretty, they are not very fast. The fastest zoom lens at the moment is 1.8, which are the Sigma zooms, the 18-35 and the 50-100. Mostly the other zooms, they are f2.8, and you can't really find faster zooms. The reason is because it is very, very difficult to find and design to design and to build a zoom lens being faster than f2.8. That's why you can see that the Sigma 50-100 is the same size like a 70-200 f2.8, because they need it obviously to make the lens bigger if it's faster, because the lens has to be larger. So because of this, lens manufacturers, they try to keep happy, like we Hungarians say, that keep the goat, with a full belly, but still keep the cabbage, So it's kind of, they try to get it both, but it's very difficult to get, So newer zoom lenses, they are very good and sharp, but still there are only a few which can concur with primes. And obviously we talk about the Sigma zooms over here, because the Sigma zooms are able to concur with primes. So I would say that the 50-100 or even the 18-35, it is a collection of primes in one lens. Yes, I know there is a problem with the autofocus. I know that some lenses, in some cases, they have problems, and that's a pity, because that lens is excellent. And I tell you, I am very lucky because my copy, it's working fine, it's completely okay. But I know that many people are complaining that the Sigma, the 50-100 I'm talking about, it's not consistent on focus, and sometimes it misses focus. I never noticed. I use that lens a lot. I mean a lot. I made thousands of pictures with that lens, and I never noticed. I mean, if I made 200-300 picture and maybe there is 4 or 5 out of focus from 200-300, it happens, but obviously I cannot say that is the lens's fault, because it could be my fault. It could be the camera's fault. It could be focus accuracy problem. But that is negligible. From 200-300 photos, if you have 3, 4, 5 pictures out of focus, that is negligible. I am ready to take that risk that I have 3, 4, 5 photos autofocus, but I know that the ones are in focus, they are the best quality possible for APS-C size sensor. And with the Sigma zoom, that's the case, you know. So again, there are some very, very good zooms, 70 to 200 zooms, but I wouldn't say that they are able to compete with primes, unfortunately. We hope that in the future it will be. I wouldn't say that you will notice very big difference, but obviously you will notice a difference because the prime it will be faster, the prime it will be sharper a little bit than the zoom. So advantages of zoom lenses, obviously it's zooming ability. So you can, in certain situation, you can frame your subject better in quick moments. I mean, when you don't have time to walk, you know, in the front or in the back, because if you have a prime lens, you have to frame your subject with your legs, you know, like you have to walk forward or backward. So with the zoom, it's easier because you just turn the zoom ring and that's it. And on the other side, the advantages of primes is that they are sharper and they are faster. Now, for me, like I am an image quality freak, you know, let's say. So my pictures have to be the best possible image quality. That's why I use both systems. That's why I use also the primes, also the zooms, because I want to get the best out of it. If I know that I'm in a situation where I can take my time, like in portraits, I use primes, without any doubt. So if I want to make some portraits, some nice portraits, I will use primes. I will use 135mm f2, I will use 85mm f1.4 or 50mm f1.4. But in the same time, if I don't have time or I'm in a certain situation where I need the ability of zooming quickly, obviously I use the zoom. That's why I use both systems. So guys, you have to understand that this is mostly, I would say, it's a personal preference. It's not there is no right advice over here. You should choose both types. You should choose the primes and you should choose the zooms. If it works out for you, the primes, you know, they are obviously great, best image quality possible you can get, you know. I tell you, and many photographers will argue and they will say, yes, the zooms are the same quality. Look, they are not, period. It's just physically not possible to create and to design a zoom which is the same image quality on par with the primes, you know. And obviously even the Sigma zooms, you know, the 50 to 100 and the 18 to 35, they are good, but I wouldn't say they are the same like primes. I would say that they are very, very close, but I wouldn't say that they are the same image quality. Now, don't get me wrong, there are also some primes which are not sharp. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the possibilities where you can get sharp primes and sharp zooms. Which is the sharper prime and which is the sharper zoom. And obviously the prime will be always sharper. You know, you can get a sharper prime than a sharper zoom. So I think that it's up to your personal preference. I think that you have to try it. I did try to shoot a wedding only with primes. I succeed, but I always had that kind of feeling that I wish I would have now the zoom, that just a little bit, you know, to frame differently, and I had to crop after that in post-processing. I don't say that it's not possible. You can do it and you can crop it in post, but the problem is that that's more work in post-processing. So I'm that type of person that if I can, I want to do it right in the camera from the beginning. So I don't want to work in post as just as small as possible. So I don't want to leave it on post everything, you know. Like some people, they say, oh, I shoot in auto white balance because after that I'll change it in post. Yes, I do it on Kelvin because I like to do my pictures as much as possible ready in the camera. Get it right in the camera. Don't leave it on post-processing. So I think that you should try both if you have the possibility. If not, try to rent a prime, or to, you know, or try to borrow from a friend or something, and try the primes, try the zooms, because it might work out for you, which it doesn't for me. So like I said, like if I'm in a fast situation, I like to use zooms. If I am in a portrait photo shoot or landscape or wherever, I take the primes, I take my time, no bother, you know, and obviously the image quality is excellent and nice and much better than with the zooms. So I hope that this video will be helpful to you guys. I hope that you liked it. If you liked it, please like and subscribe and share my videos. And like I said, it's up to your personal preference which one you want to use. And I know there are a lot of photographers, they argue day and night about this. I wouldn't say that one is better than the other. No, each, and the zooms and the price, they have their own place, and they in certain situation you need one, and in certain situation you need the other. So I hope that you liked it. If you liked it, please like and subscribe and share my videos. And other than that, I wish you a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.